Hi, welcome to another episode of the Whole Bros podcast. My name is Royston, and today we have three special guests. Randy is not here today, so Cher will be taking over his space. Cher is my business partner from Oblivion Lab, as you guys know, and also my real life partner. And then today we have two special guests with us. Hey, Cher, say hi first.
Hi.
Yeah, okay, so we have two special guests with us today. These two guys are my really close friends for many years already. We have a lot of good times together, and we have a lot of good chats together as well. So I thought it would be nice to invite them along for this podcast so we can actually share with you guys interesting stuff. So let's welcome Vixen and Alan. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Yeah, okay. So Vixen, say hi first so we know your voice.
Hello.
Hey, Alan.
Hi.
Hey, fuck, beach face.
Tai Gay Ho.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
why am I here? I don't even know. I don't even drink wine.
so Alan is the. Yeah, you can just go on with your Hokkien lah. No problem.
Okay,
The audience sure okay one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Then today's topic actually don't really have a really specific topic lah, but we can share a bit of background on what Alan does and what Vic does in their career and all that. Maybe we can start with Vixen first. Maybe you can share with us like what are you currently doing, what's your current business, and then also just a short introduction lah.
Okay. I run a printing business. Basically, it started out 3 years ago. And it started actually as an investment. But then I realized it's not only an investment. In order for it to work, the printing business, I have to be more hands-on. So basically, slowly I got into it. Then after that, things has been quite slow. But then gradually, I did progress over the years. So there are a few challenges that on the way lah. So I shifted, but then it's still within the mall itself. So okay, basically what I do is that I do commercial printing, not those big scales one lah, but basically I cater to businesses, small businesses, students, cause I'm located at Sunshine Plaza.
Shop name must throw.
Okay, the shop name is eazyprintz.
Yeah, easyprintz.
eazyprintz.
How you spell easyprintz? EZY.
EAZY.
Or EAZY prints. Okay.
With a Z at the end.
Understand. Oh, with a Z. Okay, get it.
Okay, so it's very near schools like LaSalle, NAFA. So yeah, I cater to them. So most of the times the students would like us, then they will follow me lah all the way. Usually they'll follow.
So then during COVID period, at the time when there was like completely no students at all, then
Definitely it was affected lah, cause schools were closed.
So completely cannot even do anything at all, right? It's
yeah,
like
we were closed for 2 months. Then we did what we can lah. So we try to find businesses that are still operating. Then after that we try to help them lah.
Means what, call?
No lah. I will call. Look for regular customers. Ask them whether if they need any help.
What were the businesses that were still open?
Usually F&B. Some of them are still operating because they print pamphlets. There are still name cards also, banners. They basically do this for marketing itself. They use it. Then some of them, those businesses that are closed, they still come to me. Reason being is because they are preparing for the opening. They are preparing for the opening, so they came to us. Then we help them lah. So usually, that's more or less.
But there was never. Sorry, there
wasn't it illegal to like meet someone, or do you do it over
phone call. We did phone call.
Hey, phone call lah. Never know someone.
Double check.
Just checking.
Double check. Nothing illegal here.
No illegal shit here, bro. No
like,
illegal shit here.
okay.
Yeah, so then during that period, like any of your partners, like you all meet up, right? Then you all like got discuss like, hey, wow, how like was there a moment where like you guys were thinking that maybe jialat must close already or whatnot?
Basically, a lot of printing shops were affected because actually Sunshine Plaza is a hub for printing.
Yeah, correct.
So a lot of them were affected. Then some of them did close down.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but I was lucky because when it started out, we had a business model which is whatever we earn, we don't draw. We invest back into the company.
Okay, understand.
Okay, we do upgrades.
Important note.
Yeah,
It's a reserve there.
Yeah, important note.
These are things that I learned. So I was quite lucky that we had this business model that we save up an amount. So to weather through this period, we weren't very worried.
How long has it been, like for your business? How long has it been? How many years?
3 years. 3 years.
But then, okay, we had this issue also. So, let's say if you don't draw, the profits lah, right? You don't draw the profits. How do you all survive? How does the directors get paid? Basic pay?
We don't get paid.
At all. Then, but what if so this is in consideration if that you have multiple businesses or you have multiple jobs.
Yeah.
Then this is a side hustle lah.
Correct. This in a way is my hustle lah.
Understand. So okay lah, in that case then you can don't draw profit. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we have this issue now. Is that okay? So let's say if we do a project, we also thinking, is it possible to not touch the profit? And then
it's okay to touch the profit. I mean, you can take profit. Then after that you can save some for your company.
So you save a percentage back into the company
so you divide
funds.
accordingly. So
Okay.
some for yourself, some for the company.
Understand. So
Is there
actually,
any percentage that you would
Your own
recommend?
preference. Because every company has their own operation cost.
well, what do you think? If, let's say, for example, like because like we heard from some business owners, right? Then what they do is that they draw a basic pay, small basic pay, so that they don't touch the chunk of money, which is the main profit, right?
Can.
So let's say, for example, we just give an example lah. Let's say me and Cher, maybe we as working directors, we each draw like 1,500 a month, for example, just for survival lah. Then the balance amount, what we are thinking of is to basically pump back into the company.
Can.
And then, like what you just did lah, slowly amass so that in any event that there's a situation where it's like naturally caused and you can't have no control over it, your company will have the money to sort of pull through that period lah. Yeah, so that's actually the main important thing lah.
Yeah.
Right, correct.
Yeah, under accountings, right, it will be retained earnings.
What is retained earnings?
Retained earnings means like you keep the capital
Okay.
for the business. And then if you were to draw salary, right, it can be charged as director fees. So it will be offset off the tax through expenses.
I
So
see.
it's actually legal. It's correct way.
And it's beneficial to the
Yeah,
company lah.
correct.
Okay, so that's how you, because we had issues. We were like, okay, so how are we going to get paid? Because it's like, okay, should we draw a percentage? How much percent should we go back to the company? You know, all these questions. Like as a business owner, we set up business, right? It's like, how much should you cater to put back into 铜钱? You know what I mean?
Yes. Then again, it depends whether your long-term objective, whether you want to expand. If you want to expand, then you got to put in more lah.
Definitely, it's
You know what I mean?
expansion lah,
Yes.
right? But what would be like for everybody listening, right, to know like when they set up business, right? What would be like? Is there a fixed like sort of like a good recommended percentage that you should put back to the tong?
Or it depends on your expenses, the monthly expenses.
Okay,
How much you need to survive.
so we can't really put out an average figure lah. Can't put out
Everyone
average
is
figure.
different. Kalang.
Yes.
Would you say like maybe like, let's say I just throw a ballpark figure lah, like maybe 20% of your profits go back to 铜钱? Is that too much?
They really say there's no.
No, I just give a ballpark figure lah.
I would be more prudent. I don't know. Vic would agree, right? You should be more prudent.
More
You
than
should be
20%?
More than 20%. Probably
yourself-
50.
Give yourself a target lah.
Yeah.
You're probably like say give you an example lah. Let's
Example,
say
yeah.
you use 100,000
Okay.
for a business. Let's say you build up 铜钱 of 100,000. You try to build to that point.
Okay, first lah.
After that, you would to take profit, take how much, right? It doesn't matter, cause you already have a safety net for your company.
Understand.
Whatever were to go wrong, you can start from there. Either you would to do an R&D,
Okay.
or you can do whatever you can with the money lah. Whether you want to expand, you want to do anything, any upgrades, whatsoever, or overseas or what. Yeah, you start from there lah. You can take from there. You don't have to take out from your own pocket money.
Understand. So so basically, if let's say your base money is $100,000, so your first target as a company should be to earn back the
Break even first.
Okay, definitely. Then subsequently, then you can sort of you then can decide whether or not you want director should take fixed pay and then don't touch the profit at all.
Then
and
you don't have to worry.
That's true. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a very good note. Like especially for businesses during the COVID period, I think a lot of them maybe like very hard to survive because they didn't have
It's
that kind of.
unforeseen lah.
It's a black swan, guys. It's a black swan. Just for the viewers, 铜钱 means equity, guys.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Oh, okay, good. Now we have someone
Equity
to.
of the balance sheet.
I see. Okay, so Alan. Anyway, nice segue to introduce Alan also, because Alan himself has been in the finance industry for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
So a couple of years already, he's been into like.
I wouldn't say finance. I would say
It's
more of
finance
a
lah.
bad credit kind of thing.
But it's still finance, what?
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in the finance
Yes,
industry,
yes.
right? So he has been dabbling with like stocks and studying and doing research on all this kind of thing, and going to for lessons. So it's really had to put in a lot of effort to do it, lah. Then currently you're also sort of taking your degree, right, in
Yes.
finance, right?
Yeah, part-time.
Part-time finance.
Shout out to SUSS.
Yeah, so he's actually working a day job while doing a part-time course for degree at age.
31 可以 censor 吗？
So yeah, at 31, he's taking his degree, which I think is very commendable lah. Because I would say it's quite difficult. You ask me to go back study, I confirm cannot lah. No fucking way, bro. No ways, yeah. But
个人
yeah lah, credit to you. I mean, props to you lah. Because I think it's quite difficult to do it. Someone you 2 years in already, right?
Yeah.
You went for the 4 years one, right?
Yes, I think it will be more than 4 years. By the way, I'm clearing the modules.
Yeah. Oh, but 4 years, no jokes, yeah.
But important now you have to look for jobs. You have to
No,
get
but
a
nowadays
chartered.
got
You'll be
degree,
chartered.
1 year, 2 year, that kind.
Yeah, I have. Still have.
But what was your reason behind taking the 4 years
Oh,
one?
I have no idea. Probably because I'm a cupboard stoic. I like to go the hard way.
Oh.
Yeah, I like to go for the hard way. Probably. I don't know.
I see. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, makes sense. I think makes sense. Then also, the 4-year course, in terms of the certification, does it give you more credibility?
I don't know.
No, in the market, do you think does it give you more? I mean,
It does,
I don't know.
because some jobs, right, they require like CFA,
What's the
chartered financial accountant, things
Okay.
like that, CA and things like that. You need to get certs. Even for coding is especially.
No, but what's the
coding.
difference? Let's say if I go take a 1-2 year degree
So
in finance.
okay, once you have a certificate, they would know that okay, you are minimally you are armed with the skills, the basic skills of say coding or accountancy.
The day you were telling me some software. What's the software name again? I can't remember.
Tableau, it's with data visualization,
Okay.
whereby you can actually load up Excel and things like that. You can track insights and patterns from Tableau.
Then what's the other one? I remember you told me say you need to be specialized in some. You were learning some.
Coding lah, I wish lah, but I haven't gone there yet.
But eventually you have
Yes,
to lah, right?
correct.
So
Eventually.
okay, maybe you can elaborate more on your whole stock investment thing. How you start? Okay, first of all, how you started? Because this is something that I would
We
say.
started it together though.
Yeah, I
we,
mean-
we when it comes to investing, right? They always say this: you got to pay your tuition fees. You got to lose money, and then you got to learn from experience. We bought into some penny stocks in Malaysia or something like that. I remember it was something to relate with funeral services. So you see the
Okay.
omen of it. It's
Yeah.
really bad, and we didn't know.
No, but what was the like the perk that you saw that like, wow, this one really can make
It was from our superior, our boss, and they was talking something about like penny stocks, and then we just heard, and then they asked, "Oh, you want to join in? Put in some." Then we like, "Okay, I'll just try lah." From there,
How old were you?
we were, I would say 24, 25.
then burn
Yeah, burn probably 50% of it.
First burn.
Yeah,
First burn.
yeah, we were naive. We were young, naive, and innocent.
But you gotta start somewhere lah.
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere.
You gotta- you gotta
You
do
say ask me personally, I don't even dare to start. I don't even dare to step in yet because it's such a deep subject that you really need to do a lot of research, spend a lot of time doing it, then will be able to sort of like say dare to take out that kind of amount of money to put into these kind of things. But can we clarify something that because like there's always this stereotype about investing in stocks. Like first of all, like all the typical stories you watch show, people get burned until bankrupt, that kind. Like is that there's this stereotype about like, okay, investing in stocks is fucking dangerous, it's not safe, or you should go and buy insurance instead, you should put your money in bank, take that 1%, don't know how many percent per annum, that kind of thing. So like maybe you all want to share your experiences, like clarify to let people know that actually it's not the case, because you all have been teaching me about this also.
Yeah.
Like maybe you want to share them like how what's the actually this stereotype, like how to break this stereotype.
I think you got to know what you are doing. You got to buy things that you use. Then you can see, you can understand the
product.
business structure.
Okay.
Let's say for instance, the most simplest one, you queue for zap cai peng.
Okay.
Okay, every the increase in the customers, the number of plates being sold, increase relates to the profit as well. So it's very simple. You understand, correct?
Understand.
So you got to buy things that I would always recommend people to buy things that they use, so that they understand. Oh, okay, 我明白这个东西很简单，有走就可以就有那个 profit.
Understand. But what is the like? So like, how do we get out of that stereotype that investing stocks are for people who have a lot of money?
No.
Because there's this stereotype thinking, right?
No,
Because
you got to size. I always say that you got to size your position.
okay,
So you can just put in 5%, take a look over time.
you're talking about 5% of your net
Your
worth.
net worth, correct.
5% of your net worth.
That's what we did actually. Per stock, we try 5%.
5% of your net worth first.
We start out small. So actually, what I can say is that actually for investment wise, there's always risk.
Correct.
This is something that you have to face.
Yeah.
So whatever you choose to invest, it's best that you do research.
Yeah, confirm must do research. Yeah.
So when you do research, you have a peace of mind of what you are buying. You need to know what you are buying.
So you can sleep at night peacefully.
Yes.
They all are the kind, right? It's like constantly on the phone checking that kind of, like every other day, right? Every other day check.
We try to quit this habit,
But
but we are still addicted to the price movement.
No choice, right? I mean, like if let's say you put so much money inside, you probably will be actively seeing all these kind of things. You will actively want to see, like whether it goes up a few cents or goes down a few dollars or goes up a few dollars.
I
You will
would
want to see.
say that this would be a joy for us. I feel that it's a joy for us.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
you see the thing go up, you're like, wow.
You find joy in torture.
I mean,
Also a stoic.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
But I think if let's say you with me, it's the same as like, for example, like we start this business, right? Then I think our numbers that we look at that make us feel excited, right, is social media numbers. Because with the social media numbers, that's our statistics. Whether or not we can be doing well or we are doing well or not doing well. How's the crowd like? Whether or not that the people are liking this kind of style or people don't like this kind of style. You can actually research the market and be able to have some data, collect the data to be able to understand our crowd. Then we can churn out.
Buy Facebook, guys. There's a disclaimer. We should put some disclaimer here.
Not financial advice.
You're not responsible for this
Not
advice, right?
responsible, but Facebook is good. Social media is driving the economy. Now.
So question. Let's say, for example, you say Facebook, right? Let's say if I want to invest in Facebook, right? Like, you would think that Facebook stocks are expensive, correct?
They are at 260 now.
Yeah. So
Sure.
let's say if I don't have much money, maybe I got 50,000. Let's say I got 50,000. Example lah.
Not much money, but at 50,000.
No, okay, let's say 50,000. Then
That's
how?
the full net worth, bro.
Yeah, that's my whole 财产. So how much do you think will be a good amount? You said 5% means is what? 2,500 to 5K?
Yes, good enough. Slowly and
No, so when you put 5K into Facebook, you're not buying one lot. You are buying a segment of that one lot.
Yeah.
How does the returns? How does it work? How do you calculate your returns? It's simple one, a simplified version.
If you understand social media, like for instance, your business structure, I think it's largely being modeled on social media, right?
Yeah.
You depend quite a bit on it.
I would say so lah. Like
Yeah.
most of my clients
So
come
you
from social
understand the
media.
value of social media. This is network effect.
Okay.
So when one fella have a Facebook account, it doesn't mean much. But when millions, billions
Yeah.
across the world have this Facebook account or Instagram account, there's this network effect. It's how do I put it? It's there's limitless to it.
Yeah.
I read this book by Jeff Booth recently. So he tried to explain it. 10 years ago, in 2009, the top 10 companies in the S&P 500 index, right? There is Walmart there. So Walmart is actually limited by its shelf. But for those who went to US, you know that Walmart is gigantic.
Fucking
It's big.
Yeah, giant.
So can you imagine they are 10 years later, they are not there. And who is there? Amazon is there. Facebook is there. So they have this limitless network effect whereby their shelf is just huge. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no limit to it.
Yeah.
So everyone is trying to bid for the main shelf. Like if we go to supermarket, we know that, okay, the one at our eye level, that shelf, is the most expensive one. Same thing for Google, Facebook, all the tech stocks. These are the ones that's going to drive the economy in the future.
Wait. Interesting. Just now you were saying that you go to supermarket.
Yep.
And then all those things that are at eye level
Yep.
are the most expensive.
Yes.
Because you see it.
Yes.
Yes.
First. So
Visual merchandising, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
the
That's what they
same
do.
thing for
Yeah, of
Google?
course.
Same thing for Google and Instagram.
Okay.
If you look at if you just look at the hashtag or you just Google ID firm, everyone is trying to bid for the top spot. It is the same thing for that main shelf.
Okay. Understand. Wow,
So it's limitless.
very cheap, eh?
Yeah, but
Very
this
cheap,
is the world that we are in. But I'm happy for you,
Yeah.
Lao Ban Yang also. That you are tapping into this. It's we are in an era whereby we got to break out of that traditional framework.
Agree. Totally agree with that. I think most of the last few episodes where I invited a few other people, right, like entrepreneurs as well, they got no choice. They have to use social media as their main source of like income. Let's put it that way. Like using social media to bring in money. Like doing Facebook Live. Then Randy actually shout out to his company Delicate Treasures. They are doing durian and stuff like that, but selling durians. Like you never thought that you could actually do that. But with the tech now and with things moving so fast, right? It's like I can buy durian on Facebook. Yeah, I can buy anything.
Yep.
It's
a revolution. You know,
it is a
when
revolution.
we alight from the MRT station when we are young, you look at the fruit store at the MRT station. Now where are they?
They
are all online. Even Wang Lei is doing well.
Selfish also can sell until wow, bro, bitang. I mean, like really doing well, like, you know what I mean? So I mean, I think it's a revolution, I would say. But
I think with the COVID situation also, it just pushed everyone to
acceleration to it.
Exactly.
Like, sure, but I want to ask you, like how do you think? What do you think about like the social media climate and everything, like currently, especially when we talk about like the interior design climate and all that? Like maybe we can talk a bit about it, because actually me and Cher, we are thinking of we are still gonna do a podcasting, but we are thinking of branching out into basically having podcasts with our clients, like potentially in this very similar setup, but not at our house lah. Of course, at their newly renovated house, right? We can do it there, and then we can actually sort of like show the people the place and the design and everything. At the same time, we can actually get to discuss with our clients.
Yeah, honestly, I'm quite new to podcasts, but what I can give comments on is basically social media platforms lah. Which I honestly feel that there's a lot of IDs in Singapore that really know how to use social media platform. Yeah, everyone seems to know how to use social media, and I just feel like it's a natural thing for creatives themselves. Yeah, because ultimately IDs, most of them, they are creatives.
Yep.
Even if they are not, they probably engage someone to run their social media platform. But I think for podcast wise, recently what I see is that they probably have an ID firm, and then they reach out to maybe someone selling vinyl.
Yeah, recently
so
we saw,
that,
right?
yeah, they can.
They do podcasts also.
Yeah, so I guess it's more of like I don't know whether it's a sales or educational platform, but I think what we are trying to do is to kind of make it more human centric, right?
More raw, more real.
Yeah.
So like if you hear me and our clients talk, right, then as a consumer when you watch, right, you're like, hey, wow, like also this is how like if you work with Oblivion, right, then this is the kind of conversation.
You get the kind of insights, the different kind of
Exactly.
insights. It's not like those former platforms
Hi,
like
welcome
television.
to hi, welcome to the Fire
But what do you
Room.
think?
Check out my matching pipe. Thing, you know?
But what do you think? What do you think? If
Yeah,
let's
what do you
say
think of this
we
idea?
have a platform that invites our real clients to kind of sit down and talk about their lives, just like you guys. Like, of course, we'll be talking a bit about the house, the experience, and all.
The experience, correct.
Yeah, because we are still new to this, so we want to just like know how we can tap on different platforms, like what Alan said, that it's time to move on, it's time to explore different channels, and then see how it can also help the business. So ultimately, Oblivion Lab is built based on human-centric as our main core. So usually what we do is to really understand our clients before we propose any concepts or any ideas for them.
Oh, that's like your company vision.
Yeah, that's like
Right.
I would say the
Not
yeah
vision
the
lah, but
vision
more
lah. But
of
what
vision,
we really
more of-
want to stand for lah.
What
I
we
guess
stand
it's the
for, correct.
vision is something that we try to do most of the time also. Yeah, because we don't want to just push papers around, like just randomly find on Pinterest.
Or like generic.
Yeah. So what we want to know is the personality of the clients, the lifestyle, and then I think we do that quite well. I mean, I would say Roy does it quite well lah. I'm still trying my best to like get to that, because I'm more of an introvert.
I think you all are doing really well, right?
I think we balance lah. So obviously I'm more of the talker lah. Then Cher is more of the listener, observer. Then of course she's very intricate with her detailed like scheduling, coordination, planning,
Yeah, I see you improving also,
organization.
right, bro?
Yeah, I'm very
Happy for you,
bad.
happy.
I'm very
Wow.
bad lah. I'm very
I
bad.
see
I'm
that
very
now
bad.
Roy has a timetable.
Yeah, I'm very bad. Like last time, like I don't even know how to use. Like, I never ever touched calendar before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like never even set your appointments before. Then after that, moving in. I mean, once coming to this industry, I think it taught me a lot also to have a schedule lah. But we wanted to check with you guys like as consumers, as our future homeowners also, like
Will you all think that if you see the IDs coming onto a platform with their customers, just having a very chill conversation,
can sell? You think can sell?
Do you think that I don't know, it's like do you guys think it works? Or like-
Marketable or not?
yeah.
Okay, so what I feel is that right now, right, everything is going on digitalized.
Yeah.
So what is missing is what you guys are having, human centric. This is some human interaction will be you'll
So
be
it's like meshing
cut off.
human and digital together, right?
Correct. That's the in between. So I think it's a good idea. Podcast is something in between, and it's quite new in the industry right now, which is it's starting to pick up.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea. I mean, to have not only like everybody runs a business, everybody wants to earn money, but being human centric is good because you understand your clients, know what they want. Okay, it's a conversational business lah. So,
I
so,
think so.
it's very good to integrate into your business. Is good.
Aside, like what Vic said, aside from the creative aspect, where I would say creative aspect, like with the current internet, or that it's easy to be able to like find creative themes and styles that then piece together and then like jigsaw, and you can create something nice. But I think most importantly is after like we renovated our place, right, then we start to live in the house, right, we realize that a lot of the functional things are actually a bit more important than aesthetics. Like when you wake up, how is your habit like? Are you the kind that okay, you need a side table?
Says the person who bought a BMW Z4.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, with the two-seater. I'm just like, where do I put my bags?
it's different. That one different. That one is like 小时候的, like small boy dreams, that kind of thing.
Batmobile.
Yeah, you want to drive the Batmobile kind of thing. But like for house, right, I think like example, like small things like a side table. Like I live in a house before renovation, right? I live in a house with no side table. So when I charge my phone's on the floor, not that it's on the bed. I'm sure you all experience this kind of thing also, right? Then just with a simple side table beside my bed, it's like I can put my phone there, at comfortable height, charge, got socket there, got one switch to on and off the light. Wow, it's like 天堂 eh.
Convenience.
Suddenly, yeah, the
lifestyle
convenience, the functionality of the side table just being there, right, is so important. Like you can make it how nice, right? But you don't have some functional items in the house, right? Then you will feel that it's a bit troublesome to live lah. So I think what me and Cher will usually try to go into is we tend to go very personal with the client. I would say some clients can take it, some clients cannot. There are some clients who just like more reserved lah, more introverted, more reserved. They're just a bit uncomfortable to share about. But I would say if you are going to be doing your house, if you are engaging someone to renovate your place, then you must feel comfortable with us enough to share with us your personal life, your lifestyle. Are you a coffee person? Are you like big on like I must drink like alkali water, whatever other things are. So we know where to place certain items. We know where to place certain things to allocate to your preference lah. When you wake up, what you want to do. Do you like to host people? So we can plan out the format in such a way that when you host, the time is more convenient and stuff like that lah. So I want to ask Alan about this. When you do your house that time, right, do you think like it's as important as like, for example, like, because I know you are very into like your clothes, your fashion and stuff like that lah, right? Would you say that when you design your house, right, you will be prepared to invest the amount of money to live
Wow, that's a tough question.
very comfortably? I wouldn't say lavishly, live very comfortably to the aesthetics that you want. Will you pay that kind
You should
of
probably
amount?
direct this question to Vic.
Oh yeah, Vixen would be
Why?
closer
I don't
to
even,
that already, right?
I don't even have
No,
a partner yet.
Closer to that already, yeah. So Vic, what do you think? Like, what do you think about this? Like your house, okay, let's say you're gonna get a house soon, you're gonna get married and stuff like that. Then would you think that, I just want to get a quick renovation, spend like 20,000, do the basics, and then just live like that?
Of course, the price is one thing, but your preference to insights and things like that.
Yeah, correct. More of your preference, I would say. I would ask.
Insights comes with a price as well.
Tough question.
You can be honest, bro. You can be honest. No worries.
No lah, but what I do to my house is that do it bit by bit. For me, I'll do it bit by bit. I'll
Okay,
do the
cool.
basics. Definitely want it to look nice, but I'll slowly renovate it. I mean, like over time lah.
Section by
Yes.
section, parts by
That's
part.
what I'll do lah.
Actually, we have met a few clients like that also, where they do portion by portion in a way. Rarely, but have, where they decide that, okay, we're gonna do one round. Then after that, we're gonna have a second round. Then we're gonna have a third round before the house is finally done up. Just like car, right? You do one part, then you spend on another part. Then finally the whole car done already. Then you're like, wow, song. You know that kind of thing. Yeah, I totally get it. I think there are a lot of clients that are also, I guess, going towards that route of doing that. But so far, I realize Singaporeans are actually, most of the Singaporeans, I feel that I mean our clientele base, right? Actually, I feel Singaporeans quite really know how to save money.
Yes. We are. We are good.
Quite right.
We are like the Germans of Europe. We actually put a huge, statistically, I think we actually put a huge sum of money. Apart from CPF, that's forced saving.
Yeah, forced saving.
But apart from that, we still saved.
So actually Singaporeans got percentage, large percentage is actually quite alright one.
Yeah.
Doing quite alright one, right?
Yep. We are actually those top percentile in the world in terms of savings, net worth, how much we generate per year, things like that.
But what do you think was the driving force?
Yeah, what's the driving force?
I would say government policy, right from the start.
So do you think the government's policies have a sort of a minor or major impact?
Yes, I would say major impact. Right now, even the kids, Vic just told me, this YouTuber actually gave a review on our education system. Even the kids are doing coding now. So it's actually very forward thinking. They don't just look at the short term. They look at the long run.
Well, I think we have been slow for a very long time. Yes. If you talk about education system, we have been slow for a long time.
But there's coding one. You get what
I mean,
this
is something new, ma. This is just only recently, right?
Yep.
But I feel like we sort of like our education system, like I was actually on the first episode of the podcast, me and brother talked about it. Like in other Nordic countries or developed countries, right, where we talk about like the per annum GDP is about the same as us, like prosperous country.
It's not that specialized yet, but they do a blanket cover. Like in terms of during our time, there's more on they focus. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that they focus a lot on presentation. They give you this like courage, this.
I agree on that.
We all suck at presentation. Don't
but
you realize?
No, you two are doing well. What?
No, don't you realize that every time
well.
when we try to ask questions, they encourage you to ask questions. But at the same time, when you ask questions, they're like, oh, yeah, keep quiet. And you know, like, oh, put down your hand, I'll answer later, that kind of thing. Like, there's no correct way to
brush you off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I mean, like when I was younger, I don't think I can present well at all.
哪一间学校的老板娘?
Sorry, prefer not to review but I don't think it's I don't know whether it's the school system.
I don't think we are forward enough. I don't think we are forward enough because I don't think we are forward enough because like I said in the first episode, I mentioned this that I was backpacking in China, and then we met these Switzerland guys, right? And then they were like 24, 25.
Oh, that's the Swiss standard, but we are going there.
No, okay, wait, listen first. But they have been doing this for the past 15 to 20 years. It's not something that they've done recently only.
But you must remember that Singapore is quite a new country.
No, I understand.
We can't compare
I
countries that are very old.
True,
history,
I get it.
Centuries to learn from.
But let's say, for example, it's open for everybody to see that in secondary school, before they go poly, right, they are already exposed to subjects and majors, right, that will benefit them in their working life. So I'm not talking about like algebra, I'm not talking about chemistry, I'm not talking about like these kind of very general topics, because at that point in time we are just learning everything, right? But what these guys told me is that from secondary school, moving forward from Sec 1 onwards, right, high school onwards, right, they are already allowed to like sort of venture into a major. So think about it. Imagine, let's say they choose a major in Sec 1, they really like it, they're exposed to it, they're educated about what it's like to have this professional skill as a job scope in the future, right? When they reach poly, our poly, they are going to go even deeper into that topic that they like. By the time they graduate and have a degree, they will have 8 years of experience in working on one particular topic already. As compared to us, right? By the time we reach poly, right, we only have about 4 years of like, I would say, a percentage of learning of the skill itself.
I would say the education give you the basics, the fundamental. That's all. They provide you with the
but
fundamental. The rest is up to you.
Don't you think it's too late? My question is it too late? Because all of us, right, by the time we come out into the working industry, we are lost. A lot of us are lost. We don't know what we want to do. We don't know what job we want to do. We don't know what is our passion. We don't have a particular set of skills. We develop the skills as we go through the job.
It's for you to find out. But look where you are.
But I'm doing great. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Not very good, but I'm okay. But what I'm saying is that if we were allowed to experiment and explore in professional skills early in our in teenage years, we could have been a master by now.
There will be a risk. Let's say you are so specialized in one particular set, but then you are not employed. Then that's it.
True.
definitely agree on that. But what do you think about like working, like your work is your passion as well? Like, isn't that everybody's dream? I'm sure. To me, it's my dream lah. To work, to earn money.
And are you living a dream?
I am
But
lah.
honestly, I've heard this quote or like someone saying that, that usually, I mean, yeah, like it's a dream to have like your passion
As your
and
job
whatnot.
lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the winners, right, or the one who really know how to navigate life, right, are those who can separate their passion and their work. Because not everyone is so lucky. Until you realize that, right, until you accept that, right, then maybe you can move on with your life.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone is that lucky lah.
Tough lah. It's tough.
But it's reality, what?
yeah, I understand it's reality.
It's not everyone like can wake up and say that, oh, I love doing my job, right?
That's true, but
Yeah. Unlike me, all of you are business owner. I have a 9 to 5. I have a job.
yeah. So,
So-
currently on this table 4 people, I think only Alan haven't stepped out yet. But I think he will soon
No,
because
but
in the general friend circle, right, I realize once we have 1 or 2 entrepreneurs, right, it will just sort of like slowly influence the rest to become entrepreneurs themselves. So I say with 3 entrepreneurs sitting beside you, right, I think you will definitely be heavily influenced to one day want to say you want to own something.
个人的
Of course,
it's
of course, of
okay
course.
if you are having a job, you
Totally
are,
fine, guys.
yeah.
Totally fine.
But I realized that COVID actually pushed a lot of my friends to come out and do their business. They're
Agree.
like, fuck it
Agree.
lah, I'm not gonna like waste my life like working for someone. You know, like I might die anytime soon, that kind of thing. Yeah, then
Life is short, bro. Anytime you can kena something or touch wood lah. You know, anytime
Yeah.
anytime can gone on.
so I think I don't know whether you guys have friends like who, you know, around you that, you know, during the COVID period they're like, guy, you know, like, bro, I wanna like do something. I have like, you know, I want to change my job, that kind of thing. Not that they are being laid off or anything. It's like they willingly wanting to do something.
It's like a
else in
shift,
their
bro.
life.
Paradigm shift.
Yeah, it is.
Have
it
y'all
is.
have y'all had
shift.
people around
It
you
is.
doing
Yeah.
that?
Have lah, right? Sure,
Yeah.
got friends that
Yes.
I have a lot of friends.
I also got a
doing
few.
that.
I got a few friends also like that.
Yeah.
During this period, come out, start own business. Then you were saying, remember that time I got quote you on my first episode.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like during the crisis is where you will find the opportunity.
It's like a natural selection.
Yeah,
Like
agree.
for wine, you know, grapes, those that are bad will fall off. The good ones will stay. Definitely. So more space for your business as well.
Understand.
So
So
those that are, you know, on the subline, on par or below par ID firms, they will probably get wiped out. And then you will have more space
I see.
of the market share.
And that's the cause of the crisis
And it
itself,
is
right?
only natural that these happen in crisis.
Would you say is the best time to start a business in crisis?
It depends on how you are positioned. If you have the followers on your account, or you have the ready demand of consumers, go for it. You came to me and then you had a lot of discussion should I go or should I just stay on the safe side
Correct.
with my company, or should I open my
Just
own company?
jump the fucking jump.
Yeah, and you were like, it's good. You actually check with data.
Yeah.
Look at data like, okay, mine is more. Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Yeah.
Go.
Correct.
Right?
So would you say during the times where before I even opened, I remember we had like fuckloads of conversation, like all of us, we were talking about it, and then we were like, okay, should I go? Should I not? Should I take the risk? Should I not? You know, that kind of thing. Like, do you think it's important that we analyze the sort of like set of data first before you actually make a move, lah?
Yes.
Basically.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
For
So
sure. I mean-
agree.
Yeah, I mean we can't just jump in blind.
Yeah, lah, for sure. I mean,
It's
at
the
that,
world of Internet of Things.
Yeah.
Everything, data are there. The number won't lie.
yeah, that's true.
不会骗人的啦，好吗？
Yeah, makes sense. But scary lah, like open own business.
Why okay?
No, I mean like among us, I think Vic was the first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, he was the first. Then, like when I found out, I was like, wow, actually fucking ballsy, because
Yeah.
the industry, first of all, is quite. There's a lot of companies already doing this already. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like a new product or what, you know, like you can like, oh, this new product gonna like make a big bang and stuff. Like it's a more of a like a very sustainable business. So I was just thinking like when you told me about you started this business, I was thinking like, wow, how is the like to make money in that industry, right? Is really bit by bit
Yes.
climb, right? It's not like a
No.
lump sum kind of thing, right?
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Hard work. Would you say it's hard work?
It's a marathon. It's a
No,
marathon.
but what made you even interested in actually going into this business in the first
Like I
place?
said, it started out as an investment. It started out as an investment.
So you were actually not a working director at that point of time. You were
No.
just thinking that this business like got potential.
Yes.
I see.
Then I bought into it. Then after that, I come to think of it, actually running a business is not just investing. A business is different from investing. Business is something that you have to work on it. Is what people usually say that when you buy a business, you own a business, you don't have to work.
No such things. Yeah.
There's no such thing.
such
It's a
thing.
myth, but it's actually
It's
like
a myth, yeah.
But
The biggest myth.
there's a sector of people who think that way.
I would
That
think so.
You think
so,
that
yeah.
you own a business, you don't need to work. But
Yeah,
the thing is
so-
that you have to work
Yeah.
until to the point that you can hire another director or CEO
Yeah.
to run the business for you.
Yeah.
That is when you can retire and you can leave the business alone. Other than that, you cannot think of leaving the business alone.
you have to know the in and out of the
Yes,
business.
correct. You have to. This is the misconception of people thinking that having a business, 哇，你做老板，
Yeah.
哇
Hey,
wholesale
don't talk about-
Yeah, there's
There got
actually a
such
lot.
thing.
There's actually a lot of them
That's what
that are like
everybody
that.
say. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. But that's not the case. You have to be in the business.
I would say that approach would be kind of toxic,
Yes.
right?
It would definitely be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are bosses like that though.
A lot.
and it makes people, it makes people run business wrongly lah. So it's not good for new entrepreneurs to like hear things that wow, like if you are a boss you don't have to work. So it's not easy lah.
I think that's the thing though. I think that's what Roy was trying to say. Like, we don't have such information when we are younger.
Yeah, we
When,
don't
like
learn this
10
kind
years
of thing,
ago,
bro.
10 years ago, if you tell me someone is the boss of like a business, I also have that mindset, earn money lor, shake leg, that kind of thing. But that's the thing. I feel like
There's a disparity
maybe,
to it. lah.
Maybe there's a lack of information. I don't know. Maybe
I feel there's a lack of information.
I don't know where to
I
get
feel
that
so.
kind of information.
If
So
we are not taught early in our growing up lives, right?
yeah.
About what the real working world is like. What
Do y'all
the
think so,
real
or do
society
y'all
is like.
already know it when y'all were younger?
Don't lie, cannot be
Yeah,
secondary
yeah,
school. You know,
yeah.
you don't know what you come out and chuang one.
Actually no we don't actually study much. At the start, we had to go out and see the world. How is it like?
Go through the
Yeah.
rough. You have
Okay,
to
Yeah.
get
they went through the rough way.
early stage.
The rough way. I went through
What
the
was
like
the rough
need to-
way?
The rough way is the sideways not in school one. Oh.
就是帮
In
老
the
板做
streets,
工。
bro.
Yeah.
In the streets, yo. Like
Okay.
really in the streets, go and hood one, and then go and try to make a living out of it, right? Because like I would say, not everybody is fortunate enough to be comfortable or well-to-do enough to like say you
Correct.
can just go to school every day and just not fun now. You know the kind of thing. Some people need to earn a living to feed their family. Some people need to earn a living just to feed themselves also.
Yep.
So I would say Vic and Alan more or less they went through the hard way lah. They go out and chuang. They go out and learn the ropes. So I would say people like them, yes, they are the kind that will go out and get real world
So
experience.
that's the question. Can we still get real world experience
In school.
In school, while still having obviously like there's
Unless
Yeah.
they implement entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
okay, and financial education.
Financial education is the part.
Yes.
These two, they have to, in order for our education system to really succeed to
Go up the next level.
Yeah, to the next level is that financial education and entrepreneurship. These two, they have to integrate into our people.
Wow, fuck, bro.
But
Dixon for Prime Minister.
like I said lah, but you have to understand, not everybody can be taught. That's one thing. Not everybody can be taught. Some people, some of us are rebellious. We don't even, because
When we are younger.
yeah, simple things like math, English, those regular subjects that we learn in school.
Yeah.
We don't even, some of the subjects we are not even interested. We don't
Yeah.
even want to be taught.
Correct.
So let's say like what I said, like entrepreneurship and financial education. Not everybody will understand.
But don't you think it would be good for people who like
Yes, it
like you
is.
said,
It is.
not
It
interested
is.
in maths, not interested in math, not interested in science, not interested in all these kind of like topics that they know they will not be touching in the future, and it will not make them a living because they're not going to be a doctor or chemist or scientist or mathematician.
but it's hard to debate on this because science and
That's the
No,
basic.
it's also a
the core.
profession.
You need
It's
to know
also
how things work.
I
in
do
the
feel
world.
that mathematics, math gives you this mind whereby it's easy to connect. You can relate to patterns.
To the
You
extent-
can, yeah,
to the extent of A math.
AMAX. I'm from AMAX.
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you?
My question is,
I
do
think-
you apply any of that knowledge?
No. I feel it did somehow grow my brains. cells
Right.
To try to capture patterns fast and quick. That you can relate to patterns really quick.
No, so I agree with this, like learning the fundamentals.
Yeah, it's like
No, I totally agree, but I
constant
feel
brain
it's
teaser.
a primary 1 to primary 6 thing. By the time you
Is it
hit
a generic thing?
by the time you hit 13, right, you should not be doing this really. You should be preparing this teenager for outside world. Prepare this teenager for working life. Prepare this teenager for society. And I think what we need to learn at age 13 onwards, right, so that people also stay interested in learning, right, is that to learn about topics or learn about things with a little bit more freedom, rather than, you have to learn these 7 subjects. This is your O levels. That's what I think.
Hence the policy on life long learning, guys.
Yeah, lifelong learning definitely is a
一
must.
定要的，你去到哪里，你继续学就对了。Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Make it fast, learn fast.
Yeah,
就是
that's
这样
true, that's true.
Yeah, it's only like when we are out. I don't know, 20 plus, then you start to realize the importance of money.
But
You got to be prudent, frugal with money. Put it aside. Put significant percentage of your salary aside. Slowly you will amass to a huge amount of money, a significant amount of money, whereby when you invest, like what we did, then you start to see returns.
I see.
It's important. If you don't have the bullet, you can't shoot shit, man.
Yeah.
Even the opportunity come right by you. You cannot. Same for you, right?
Yeah, fuck, bro.
Yeah, you need to have a war chest.
Like this guy told me,
Anytime.
I remember very clearly when Alan was just teaching me about this. Like, I really wish that I learned about this earlier. Like, I really wish someone taught me about this. Like, remember the Tesla thing, right? It's like, what the fuck, bro? It's like the prices when he told me that time, right, was like, I don't know, 800 USD or something like that, around there.
Below 800.
Yeah, 700. It went even 400,
Yeah.
right?
And those
500, right? The
how
lowest.
How about those guys that we play soccer with? They bought it at even cheaper price, $200 to $300. All of them.
And now we are at what, 1,004?
Yeah, 1,004. And they are having a split now.
Yeah.
Stock split.
Means what?
5 to 1.
Yeah, 5-1 stock split. They're going to break the stock into a smaller denomination price so that it will be more liquid, easier for people to buy in. Instead of 1,005 now, it's going to be like per share $200 to $300.
Oh,
So it's easier. So people can do like monthly contribution, monthly.
rather
Yeah.
than lump sum lah.
Correct. Rather than it being 1,005
I
per share,
see.
you can buy in like per share is like $300 only.
But then of course your returns will be equate to the how much you put in lah.
Yep.
But people still want to buy it.
Still buy lah because you
Still
still can
buy.
make money ma.
Disclaimer again, guys.
Not that we are telling you to you confirm must buy.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
up to you. It's up to
Yeah.
you. We actually, 我不相信啊，有人都是白手起家的。我不相信这个 term。我觉得我们做人都要 try to connect, plug in the right things with resources. We watch from YouTube. Shout out to Chicken Genius.
Oh my god, that guy funny.
Love
sia.
your video, bro.
Yeah, I love his videos also.
Yeah.
Love it. Like very informative, but in a very layman way. Like you don't really know, but you sort of will slowly understand how it works and like how the way he say it. Like, I love his videos. Question is he in Singapore? He is in
He
Singapore.
is,
right?
Yes.
One day we'll invite him over.
Hopefully,
that will be fun. That will be fun to get to sort of pick his brain. I think that will be.
I think someone did successfully did a podcast with him over an hour plus.
Oh,
I think
shit.
That guy was from overseas. I think the Europe side.
But they did a live.
Yeah, live 1 hour
thing
plus,
lah.
1 hour chat.
So, I mean, if he's in Singapore, it'd be great to have him here to like
Of
you know
course.
discuss stuff with him, and then we
Please,
can.
I would really hope
Yeah.
for that to happen.
We are a
Please.
fan, we are-
Guys, bro, if you're hearing this, bro. Now we
So
not big.
your
We not big
8
yet lah. We not,
subscribers.
yeah, we got like 10 subscribers. No lah, 10 lah. We got 10
Wow.
subscribers. Hopefully one day you will join us, and then we can pick your brain. And then because Alan and Vic introduced me to you, and then like become big fans. Because I think your videos are really, very, very insightful. Just a waste that I think that at that point of time I think because we just started the company and then like everything was very shaky, so I couldn't be taking out money to invest in stocks and all that, which I think eventually we will want to.
There are more opportunities coming.
Yeah,
definitely.
so that's why actually that's what sparked this whole thing, like wanting to invite Alan Vic along, because both of them are very familiar with investment in stock and all that. Quite familiar lah. Quite familiar lah. Familiar enough lah. Definitely more familiar than us, right? Like we were really keen on like asking Alan, like because Alan is looking to venture into this in the future as a profession and all that. So like it'd be cool to have to start your portfolio going and all that. Like when me and Cher's company, our company settle down and all that, we have enough funds to do this kind of thing. We definitely want your insights also as to how we should portion our money, how we should save for the company and whatnot. I think all these insights is like 要学的.
Yeah.
我们不会. Like we start business, start business apply account, that's all we know how to do. Open bank account, well, company card. That's as much as our information we have in starting a business, which I think that's the part that I feel very wasted lah. If I could,
But
have
it's okay, bro. You are
into
good
this
at what you
earlier,
are.
you know
You are good at what you are good at. You got to focus on specialize on what you are good at.
Huh?
You got to focus and specialize on what you are good at.
I agree.
If you have a skill set that brings you money, that earns you money, it's good enough. You don't have to care about the rest. Like then, for those that are on 9 to 5, you might want to take a look at stock market,
Definitely.
whereby you can have a certain amount of ownership in businesses, right?
Yeah.
So 个人都是个人啊.
Yeah, but I would definitely want to lah, you know. Definitely want to, like, why not join the bandwagon also? Like we're talking about like the even the returns and the, like you said, the dividends and all those things that companies provide out there, right? It's like a chance for you to grow your money rather than putting it in the bank and then
Yes.
letting
Yeah,
it
now
sit
it's
there.
bad, man, guys.
Yes.
Now it's really
Right?
bad.
So definitely you are definitely advising against.
Yeah, if you put your money under your pillow or in the bank, it's going to rot away. Man, I tell
The
you.
comparison is the same.
It's
Put in the
yes.
bank and under below is the same.
It's the same. It's bad. It's really bad. Now, most of the central government banks, they are just printing and printing to solve this issue. They call it, they kick the can down the street.
No, when they print money, okay, I also confused. Okay, when the more money they print, right, what does it do to the market? What does it do to people? How does it affect us?
Inflation.
It's QE. They don't actually print, but they buy back toxic, underperforming assets and bonds. They don't exactly print it, but they use the money to buy underperforming bonds and assets
No, but when they
that are
say-
meant to collapse, but they try to save it. You understand? Like this morning, I just read ExxonMobil. They stopped paying. They stopped contributing to the Americans 401k, which is like their CPF.
Okay,
This big company that was once a giant
suddenly just stop.
just say that okay, 我不要帮我的工人出 CPF 了.
Oh,
Can you imagine what will happen to the employees' retirement
Yeah, affected lah.
portfolio?
Affected lah.
So things like that.
I see,
So
I see.
QE, it's going to make money depreciate really fast in this current black swan phenomenon situation right now.
No, but
that we are in.
so when they say like US are printing money,
They
like,
don't actually print.
It's not the literal meaning of printing money lah, right? It's
I would
just-
say it's not wrong. They are actually giving out allowance.
Yes.
Like our policy SIRS, they are giving out
Okay.
salaries. They are giving out money, and apart from that, they are buying back toxic assets
So when they do that, they actually inflate the prices of general items.
of general assets.
They inflate the prices of
Currency,
general assets.
I would say currency.
They inflate the currency.
Yes, correct.
So will that affect us in the sense that items that we buy become more expensive?
Yes,
Because
definitely.
because if it's more expensive up there, it will
Yep.
trickle down all the way
Yes.
to us, or right through that area.
Definitely.
But
we
is that-
always talk about this, right, Vic?
Yeah.
We say that the $10 in 10 years ago used to
Yeah, you can
be
buy a lot of
enough
things, yeah.
to bring you on a date and things like that. Now
Yes.
$50. Can you
Barely
imagine
enough.
5 years later?
Dude, you sound like my dad.
You
but
try
we
to-
reached the age already.
Yeah.
We reached the age already.
Try to get a date on $10 now. Try to get a date on $10 now.
No way, bro.
Tell you no way.
You take
Nobody
taxi,
will
gone already, bro.
Yeah, gone. 没有了
You take taxi, gone
没有
already.
了 So the inflation is catching up. You got to buy into assets.
It's quite real lah. It's quite real.
To keep up with the.
Yeah, I had this story I shared with Alan that you know, usually you buy cai peng,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my
Last
God,
time, no, really. This is a cai peng story. This is what I found out. You know, I experienced it. Okay, you know, last time when you buy cai peng, right, and you pay $50,
Yeah.
the guy will usually like, 哇老，你有没有小张呢?
Yeah.
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 Now, right, when I pay $50 for a cai peng, right, they are okay with it. Really, they don't complain. They just take.
So-
没事，可以. They give you change.
I
So
feel like,
the
sorry,
new-
sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
if-
you're like, oh, but actually, no lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's $50 is nothing, right?
So
now.
the denomination of currency is also sort of like being more like going down in a
Yes.
sense.
It is.
Really?
They are trying to solve the problems
How?
by giving more supply of money. So they are
How
trying
do
to
you, no, how do you give more supply money? I don't
Okay,
understand.
I would like to quote Jeff Booth again. Certain industry are about to fail. With upcoming digitalization, like social media and things like that, certain traditional industry, by right, they should collapse.
Yeah.
But because of QE, they are trying to keep it alive. So that employment and things like that will be still there. People will still get jobs and things will be going. The machine will keep going.
Okay.
But in doing so, they are so caught up with the old framework. They are actually brewing a big bubble.
Oh,
that
that's
is about
the
to
that's the
hit us.
bubble you're talking
Yes,
about. Yes, okay.
that
okay.
might. I'm not 100% sure, but it might hit us real soon. By right, guys, like certain things shouldn't be there already. All of our salaries should drop. Prices of goods and services should drop as well.
Together with this crisis.
Yes.
But it's not.
It's not. That's why. So,
Oh, that's the bubble growing.
yes,
And then when it bursts,
it's gonna be ugly, I guess. I hope it don't. I hope it don't. It doesn't.
when you say the bubble will burst, when the bubble bursts, can you give us a rough like explanation of what could possibly happen if the bubble bursts?
Recently, Temasek just withdraw from their application. They are trying to bid for capital,
Okay.
so they just withdraw from it. So what does that signal to you is that oil is no longer
Oh,
a commodity
yeah,
in
no
our
longer a
life.
commodity, correct.
So even Temasek also don't want to do a build up on capital. So it shows that oil. Can you imagine if oil industry were to collapse? Millions oil rig shipment,
Countries.
a lot,
Jobs.
yes, will be gone. And once, if they were not to do this build out, they were to let this industry
Die.
bleed it out.
Oh shit.
Okay, what will happen to all of us? Our salary will definitely decrease because lesser goods and services, lesser salary.
Yeah.
At the same time, due to Internet of Things, social media, digitalization, everything should normalize. Prices should normalize. It should be lower. So lower salary, lower goods and services. That is the right of way.
So, but why is it such that even during these crises, right, the prices are not dropping? Why is it so?
Because they don't want to go through the bleeding period.
But rather risk the bubble bursting.
Yep.
Fuck, that's a big risk. But it's not a risk for them to take, it's for us.
We were just complaining, when we wanted to buy stocks during the March period, circuit breaker period.
Yeah.
The period was so short.
Yeah.
Unlike 08, 09 for us. So the thing that Fed went in really quick this time. They printed money. They did QE really fast, so that the economy went up again. If you look, he was just saying that you look at bookings.com. There is no tourism, no nothing, but prices. The share price for booking.com is like off the roof, 1,008 now.
Yeah.
During when we were monitoring it, it was at 1,004. Now it's at 1,008. So can you imagine?
Yeah, don't make sense, right?
Yeah, don't make sense.
There's
Things
a
already is weird.
disconnect.
Yeah.
Disconnect to the stock market and the real life.
I see.
There's a disconnect.
Interesting. Okay, so anyway, just to cut short this, because it's a topic for another day, we can have a part two.
Can.
Because I think we're going very deep in already, which I think is getting interesting. It was getting interesting, but unfortunately, for our podcast sessions, we are trying to limit it to 1 hour. We are currently at 58-minute mark.
Alright.
Then also, we got some camera things that we need to set up and all that to go further into the we want to do longer hours, but we also want to see how the crowd will react.
这样快啊，1个钟头了。
Yeah, damn fast, bro. I was thinking actually I think podcast like you see Joe Rogan one is long one fucking long one 2-3 hours one So really, if you have good conversation, people who have very good conversations with, right, normally can go on for a long.
Thank you for having us.
Hey,
thanks for having us.
thanks for coming, guys. I think when we just start out this thing, right, we also need to have interesting people to come and join us and all that. Then you all take out time to come and join us also. I think that's I'm thankful for that lah. Then at least in the future we can have more of these kind of things. We can discuss about other topics, not just finance. I think we always have very good conversations discussing about current climate, current affairs, and everything under the sun that we can think about. We also can talk on. So I think we can have a part 2 to this. For now, we should conclude, and then I think in the next episode, I'm not too sure what we have in plan yet, but I think we are still looking forward to invite Noel and Min. Yeah, I just want to shout out to them again. Like every episode I shout out them. I want to make sure that they hear this so that they will come down.
Clearly, I don't watch your episodes.
So social outcasts again, really want to invite them. Two of our clients who were in 9-to-5 jobs. Then during the whole renovation process, when it ended, right, they ended up as business owners of a small eatery in a coffee shop. I think Vic went down to try also. Then now they're at Sembang Bedok. So they're at Sembang Bedok. So they moved to a bigger place. They got
Also
more
another
stuff.
couple who made use of social media to
Also during the
Yeah.
sort of they went through the COVID period quite well. Also, I would say they did it very well. Yeah, their strategy, strong. That's why they are now
Nice.
they're going up. Everybody down, they up.
Yep.
So I would say like it's a matter of the marketing strategy in terms of how they actually marketed during that period. So definitely really hoping to invite them along because we have very good conversations with them also. Yeah, so definitely want to have a session with them at our over at this our place again.
Okay. No need to say it, like overrun already.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, and guys, bye, good night.
Okay, bye bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.